a big part of your last album. Just some thoughts on that as well.
My first thoughts are, what an amazing night of music. And yes, I'll touch on Stapleton first. It's so fun watching the birth of an artist happen like that, a coming out party, to where I think we in this room know Stapleton. I think a select group of people that really, really, really seek out music and have heard Stapleton through the years. But then when Stapleton gets that opportunity for it to be launched like it just happened, I think that's so fun to watch for music, for him, and all the hard work that he's done. And when you look at the songs that he's written for other artists through the years that have helped our career, and then he had his night, and even Little Big Town too. You're talking about a group there that has worked for years, and then Stapleton is no different. And it's just fun watching. I mean, because it's so deserving. And for him to light up the stage and Timberlake to come in and stamp his flag to showcase him, it was an amazing moment. Now on me, and 2 years in a row, I gotta tell you, it just felt unsurmountable this year a little more, and it's just been an amazing year for me on the road. It's been my most enjoyable year on the road. I have, from A to Z, I don't think I've ever sang or performed better on the road than this year. And I've really enjoyed every night, and for this to happen tonight is such a blessing. That's all you can say. And when it's a CMA in the hands of the CMA voters, people that come out and they pay attention to what you're doing, and then to do this for me is truly amazing.
Hey, well, congratulations.
Thank you, bud.
So, good planning having Little Big Town on the road next year, now that the single's coming out with Karen.
I told them backstage, I said, if you guys keep winning awards now, we might have to flip-flop this daggone tour. But,
looking forward to singing that duet every night?
I'm looking forward to just hearing Karen on Girl Crush in the room. She's one of the finest vocalists on planet Earth, and the fact that we're on the eve of putting that song out and having a humongous stage moment night in and night out on my tour is something that I cannot tell you how excited I am about and blessed about. And yeah, it's totally my feelings, and it's going to be an exciting ride. And it looks really, really like planned, but I promise you it wasn't that planned. When I found out I got Little Big Town on my tour, I mean, it was champagne, and it was like, because it's so fun, because it's just a stamp of, wow, what an unbelievable experience we're going to be able to take to the fans. The fans are, you know, and we're already planning things in the show that hopefully make it a pretty magical tour.
Hey, Luke.
Hey, baby.
It is almost inconceivable, but can you talk about the unconventional fact that the only 2 CMA awards you own are Entertainer of the Year trophies?
Hey, I can deal with that. I'm cool. Yes, it's truly mind-boggling to me, but when I think about in the realm of Chris, let me figure out, I'm trying to make sure I don't hang myself, but would I love to win a male vocalist in single and song? Of course. I mean, when I think about like my moment with Drink a Beer, I would have, loved to have that opportunity to have won up on a song like that. But I gotta feel like if I stay the course and work hard and write songs and listen for songs, I think those moments will come. I think if I try to grow as a vocalist too, I'll keep being in the running, and if it happens for me to win a male vocalist one day, it will be a fine night for me. It will be an amazing night. And I think it's just hard to believe. I put so much pride in giving all I got every night, performing, and literally getting off the stage, ice packs on my knees and out of breath, and that's just the way I go about that. And this is a night where I can go, gosh, people are paying attention to that. And it is an anomaly. I'm not going to try to explain it, but like I said, I guess I could have not even said what I just said and just said, hey, I'm cool with it, what I started with. It's pretty crazy. It's funny when people, that aren't, when people are a little outside the industry and they're reading the notes to ask me, and they're like, wait, the two you've won, it's like, it's fun watching their reaction.
So that brings to mind that there was this moment where they announce your name as winner of Entertainer of the Year, you hug your wife, and then you look across the aisle and your eyes touch Garth.
Yes.
What went through your mind at that moment, and what did he say to you?
Well, when you connect with Garth in that moment, and when I look down the row to Kenny Chesney, giving me a thumbs up. I mean, these are guys that Garth rewrote the book on entertainment. I mean, and he caught a lot of flack for that, but he truly changed the game of how a country music artist entertains. And I was a 14, 15-year-old kid caught up in the middle of it more than as much as anybody in this whole nation and world. Nobody was more caught up. Nobody watched the Garth Brooks specials and studied them more than me. And then when you can have that moment with him, and I just pray he feels that he knows that his contribution to what him changing the game as far as entertainment is what pushed me, and Kenny even more. I mean, you're talking about a guy that's won, Garth, I think, 3-4 for him, Kenny, 3-4 for him. I mean, these are guys that, I've got two, and I'm like, it's just amazing how much on their game those guys were and how much they influenced me. And now I'm in the middle of that influence, and all of that is pretty incredible to connect with Garth. And I think about, Garth just being here, flying from wherever he could be to be in the front row to see if he wins this award. And he worked his butt off this year doing double shows, and he's out there working hard. I mean, everybody nominated is working hard, and it's an amazing moment. It's tough stuff, crazy.
Hi, Luke, congratulations.
Where you at, baby?
You got two sweet babies at home. And
three.
Three, yes, three sweet
and
babies.
4 and 5.
Yeah, you've got a lot of them at home now. But especially for the two little ones who probably are just about understanding what Daddy does for a living.
Right.
Is this having any kind of impact on them? Do they realize their dad's a superstar?
Well, for instance, last night when I was walking out the door to go to the BMI Awards, Bo walks up and he's like, Daddy, I hope you win an award. And I'm like, well, Bo, I kind of know that I'm going to win something tonight. I said, I know I'm kind of going to win something tonight. He looked at me like, well, that's no fun. But, we were so busy today, but Bo really understands it. Tate is 5. He's just, he's still figuring out. But the fun thing about Bo is Bo will come out on the road with me. And when Bo plays baseball, I'll pump him up, before he runs out on the field. Well, now he loves to he's kind of my little hype man, before I go on stage. He's like, go do it, Daddy. He's fist pumping me, and it's fun that he knows to just kind of encourage me, the other night going down the road, I was toggling the radio volume back and forth. There's a little group that I'm working with that I have the CD that we've been living with, and he knows all of their songs, and I'd cut the volume down and let him sing, and just letting him sing and have fun. But they're getting it. You know, I don't want them to. I don't know. It's a tough thing to where I think they're understanding it just the right way. You know, they're starting to understand what Daddy is, and you know that he's this freakazoid that always has to leave the house. And but it's an amazing thing to get to experience it with boys. And I always say, you know, when you're a grown man and you can have your daddy tell you how proud he is of you, you know, when at the age of, you know, 39, when your dad can go, look you in the eye and say, I'm proud of you, son. And I can, you know, that's a pretty big moment too. It's a lot of people, you know, a lot of people don't get their dad breaking it down to them that real at this point in their life. Thank y'all. Thanks for coming out to the show. We'll be touring next year.